Suspended Michigan State head football coach Mel Tucker issued a scathing response today after the university said it intends to fire him over this sexual harassment allegation that's now been circulating, brought on by a rape survivor and activist. So to help us break down this latest situation that we are now seeing with this development is Matt Friedman, founding partner of Tanner Friedman PR firm. Thank you for being here with us.
Thanks. Happy to be here and help your audience make some sense of this, maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot to try to figure out and make sense of as far as this is concerned. So we know that he's released this statement today saying that they've known about this since December and that there are other issues at play. First, what are your thoughts on his response?
It was cold and callous and calculated, and apparently he and his representation think that that's what it's going to take to win the most favorable settlement financially from the university. I mean, it just seems like they're out for money at this point, not for reputation, because he had nothing to say to his team publicly, nothing to say to the MSU community publicly after all they've been through over the past couple weeks and years before that. He simply is trying to state his case, it seems like, to try to wrangle as much money as possible. And that doesn't help from a PR perspective. One of the things when I'm in crisis with a client that we try to look at on a daily basis, are you closer to the beginning today? Are you closer to the end of the crisis today? And I think there's nobody involved in this situation at MSU who thinks that they're anywhere close to the end. And part of that is because the cause of the crisis in this case, Mel Tucker, is the one who keeps it going with these statements.
And, you know, considering the disappointment just for the fans and those families of the students who were rooting for him before all of this came to light, your response to, again, how he made that statement and then how that translates to them, because like I said, there is a lot of disappointment.
There's nothing being said to them. And I'd like to see the university administration speak a little bit more to the community, too. There's been a bit of a leadership void in terms of communications. And that usually happens when there are legal processes that are taking over. But at the same time, I don't think it'll cost anybody anything in the court of law to try to warmly address the community and talk about what doing the right things looks like, and what trying to run the university the right way looks like. And some of that can counter this cold language from a coach who's trying to score as much as he can financially in the short term.
So on both sides, from a PR stance, they are trying to make sure that they're cleaning this up as best they can, because there's a lot of people angry for different reasons. What do you think it's going to take to kind of clear some of this out?
I think it's going to take the university administration to step forward once they can get out of this legal process and address how this football program is going to be fixed and what the university stands for and what sexual misconduct cases are going to look like and how they're going to be handled going forward. Leaders have a real opportunity in crisis because audiences crave leadership in crisis. So this is a chance for leaders to lead. And Mel Tucker is going to look out for himself. It's up to the leaders of the university to look out for the institution and its future.
Now, with him arguing that they knew about this for a while, how does this impact the trust for those families and students and everyone just watching?
There's a lot of confusion. And the university board has hired a law firm to investigate how this all happened. I hope they make that report public. Hope there's as much public information as possible to try to lessen the level of confusion, raise the level of understanding, and raise the expectation levels for the future. Those are things that leaders have to be thinking about how to communicate to accomplish in the next few days, weeks, months, probably longer.
Yeah, and in these situations, you do have to be mindful of everything you say. If he was a client of yours, Tucker, hypothetically speaking, how would you suggest he address this and tackle this issue right now?
You know, there are certain things that have to be done from a legal perspective, but at the same time, if he wants a future in coaching, he needs to show that he can be a leader of college students, of athletes. And part of that is being a human being who cares more about the program sometimes than he does about himself. And the only thing he's communicated about has been himself. He has not admitted any mistake. He has not acknowledged any poor judgment. He has not shown any concern for anyone else. Those are the qualities we'd want to have in a coach. And he's not showing anything to any university that he's capable of being their head coach. He's just trying, again, to extract as much as he can out of this contract.
Yeah. Mr. Friedman, thank you so much for your insight. We'll be watching to see where this goes.
Anytime. Always happy to be here.